What's going on, everybody? It is your man, Cleveland Terry, and today we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't update your operating system to Big Sur, and also why you shouldn't buy the new MacBook Pro and MacBook Air with Apple's M1 chips. Now, I didn't think I was going to have to do this video because, to be honest with you, I posted on IG, said don't update, and then people started asking me, why? What's the context? I don't understand. And then I started thinking that maybe it's because people don't... Hello? Hey, what's going on, man? Nah, I'm just chilling. Oh, you're looking at the new computers? Thinking about upgrading? You should definitely upgrade. Yeah, I mean, the new M1 processors are gonna be a beast. Oh man, you're gonna have so much power, you're not gonna know what to do with. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. What, the new operating system? No, man, don't worry about that. Yeah, it works. Everything works just fine. Yeah, go ahead and update. All right, man, cool. Talk to you soon. Peace. Oh, sorry. You're probably wondering why I just told him to update and I told you guys not to update. Well, there's a very logical explanation to that. I don't like that guy. F that guy. But not you guys. You guys are my friends. So I want to make sure that you are ready for what to expect and what not to do in this situation. Now, every so often, I forget how long I've been in the game. I forget how long I've been doing video work and music production and DJing. So I will make statements like, don't update. And people today that have only been DJing for, 3 to 4 years are looking at me like I'm crazy because they don't have the same fears that we did. You see, there was a time when an operating system update could literally put you out of work, could put you on hold for months to years. If you were into audio production and you were using Pro Tools, there were times where I had to wait at least 1, maybe even 2 years to update my operating system because Pro Tools would not work on the new system. In fact, there was kind of a running joke that if you used Pro Tools, you had to be about an operating system behind. So if a new one came out now, you were actually able to upgrade to the previous one. That's how far back we were. You guys don't have these issues anymore because things are updated within a month or so and people complain about that. But here's the issue. Anytime there is a major OS change, and Big Sur would qualify as a major OS change, you have to be very, very cautious. If you are a video production guy, an audio production guy, a DJ, the only apps that I'm gonna probably say are guaranteed to work when a new operating system comes out are Logic, Final Cut, and maybe Algorithm's DJ, since they have such a good relationship. Besides that, you might see everything you use broken, which includes your DJ software, which includes Ableton, which includes Pro Tools, which includes all of your plugins. All of those things might be rendered useless. So you need to make sure you wait until they tell you that it is okay to update, which means you might get Serato that says it's okay to update, but Ableton says don't update just yet. So you're still forced to have to wait until everybody updates before you decide to do this. Now, that is just one issue. The reason why I'm making this video is because Apple released 3 new products yesterday. They released a new MacBook Pro, a new MacBook Air, and a Mac Mini. Not a big deal, they release products all the time. What makes this one special? Here's the issue. These computers come with Apple's own in-house designed processors, and they're calling it their M1 chips. Obviously, Apple has made processors for a number of products, specifically the iPhone line and the iPad line. Now, the difference is, without trying to get too geeky, their mobile phones, their iPads are on a completely different architecture. It is the ARM architecture, pretty much designed for mobile devices. However, Apple has really been innovating in this architecture, so they've been able to continue to boost quality, production, power of these chips, and they're starting to be compared to Intel's chips and or faster. Cool, not a problem. Sign me up. Here's the issue. The architecture is different than what we're used to. So over the past 10 to 15 years, Apple has gone to now 3 different processor architecture. First, it was their PowerPC, which was made by IBM. And it was a great processor until Intel's line started to show considerable growth and the PowerPC could not keep up. So at a certain point, they made the transition to Intel, the x86 architecture. So a completely different architecture. At that point, the transition, the changeover was kind of a big deal. And it left a lot of people in a weird place because Apple built this software called Rosetta, which was basically a recoder, recompiler. In layman's terms, it basically could read the old applications so you could continue to use your old things that weren't rewritten for the new architecture. Here's the problem though. They were considerably slower. Imagine having a high performance car needing premium gas and you keep shoving 87 or 85 octane into it. You're gonna get some knocks. So fast forward a few years and Apple stopped supporting the PowerPC lineup. Wasn't broken. If it worked, it still worked, but they no longer supported it. People stopped writing applications for it. It was basically an end of line product. So now we've moved to Intel. We've had serious success with Intel, moved down. Meanwhile, Apple's been making their own processor chips for their mobile. They've been highly acclaimed. If you've used their iPad lineup, you'll know that that processor is super, super fast in that iPad Pro. It's actually too fast for the iPad because the iPad can't even keep up. So Apple has been wanting to bring the processors back in-house so they could have more control over the entire ecosystem of that MacBook. And now they've done that. The 13-inch MacBook Pro, M1 chip. The MacBook Air, all of them M1 chip. And the Mac Mini will have an M1 chip. Now, you can still buy the Intel versions of them. Strangely enough, the MacBook Pro with the M1 chip, they're only placing on their MacBooks with the 2 USB ports, not the quad-core processor with the 4, 2 on each side of some of the other MacBook Pros. So that's a little weird that they did that. The problem, your applications may not work with not only Big Sur, but the new architecture. There may be some rewriting of code in order to get them to work properly. Now again, using Final Cut, fine. If you're using Algorithm DJ, fine. If you're using Logic, I'm sure you're fine. But everybody else is gonna have issue. Everybody else is gonna have to rewrite code. Now, there is a Rosetta-like transfer system that's going to help the transition. So they'll have applications that work on both Intel and the M1 chip. But I guarantee you, one of them is gonna take a hit and it's not the M1 chip. So don't update. Don't update. Don't update right now. But we need to look at the future, and the future suggests that Intel has a very short shelf life now. And at some point, they're gonna make the transition over completely to their chipsets, and then they're gonna stop supporting the other ones. This right here, 16-inch MacBook Pro, 8-core Intel processor, fully spec'd out. Bought this last year. Am I concerned that this computer is not going to be supported? No, I'm not. I'm not worried about this at all. The issue that we're gonna have to deal with is at some point down the line, it won't be supported. But at that point, I'll probably be buying a new computer. One of the cool things about the MacBooks with the Intel processors are you can dual boot. I can boot to PC or I can continue with the Mac. If I get to a point where they're no longer supporting this computer, I can just boot up to Windows, which I don't really want to do, but I could boot up to Windows and be just fine. Once they move entirely to the M1 processor, that's not going to be an option anymore. At least I don't believe it's going to be an option anymore. I could be wrong, but dual boot is one of the big things, especially when they went to Intel. That was one of their selling points. Hey, if you're not comfortable, use it on the PC. Everybody wins. And as a PC computer, besides the graphics card, I know, as a PC computer, it's still a very good computer. So that was a very long-winded way to say, don't update right now. It's not ready for you and you're not ready for it. Also, this is a perfect opportunity to tell you, you may want to back up your system, just in case. So in the event that you do accidentally update to Big Sur, you can always boot back to Catalina, Yosemite, El Capitan, High Sierra. Always back up, back up, back up, back up. All right, guys, if you found what I said here useful, hit that like button. If you found what I said here really useful, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on the Instagrams and the Twitters. Let me know what you think below about the new MacBooks if you plan on updating at some point. And also, get on my Discord server. My Discord server will be located in the details below. All of my social sites are going to be funneled to my Discord so I can actually manage them a little bit better. It's fun there. Always a pleasure, guys. If I don't talk to you later, we'll talk soon. Peace.